No, I was talking into your bag.
So is everyone has a seat? Who needs a seat?
This bag needs a seat more than me.
Where is Brian Tozo? You're going to need to change slides.
Okay. So
Oh, you're going to change slides.
I have it.
Forget it.
We're all set. Thank you.
I'm going to have to get up anyway. Please.
All right. Thank you for coming. First of all, welcome. Okay. This is our first event this is our second event, but our first official opening of our Chicago office. So it's really exciting. And for those of you who don't know, which is many of you, I think, my name is Robin Kaysen, and I'm the newly minted development coordinator here at Aspiritech. So thank you. So please be kind and, send donations my way. I know just what to do with them.
And here's her name. You have your own slide list, Robin.
Thank you. Okay, so that's me. So first, I just want to give a few thanks. Many, many thanks. First of all, we have Terry and Dennis Dudasik. One of them is there. One of them is floating around. Incredible volunteers who helped set all of this up. Thank you so much. We can hold our applause if that's all right to the end. We have Lolly Durer. Hi, another volunteer, thank you. Louise Pearson, thank you. We have Kristen Kepchin, who all of these beautiful table decorations and flowers are here because of her. Thank you so much. We have Apple a Day Catering. Mauricio and Lola are our helpers today, helping us get all of this delicious food and beverage into our bellies. Thank you so much, Apple a Day Catering. Huron Consulting. We are subleasing from Huron Consulting, so without Huron, this office would be just a dream. CBRE Building Management, the kindest and most accommodating building managers who I've ever come across. Thank you. Their office is down the hall. We have, let's see, we have Brian, who is our friendly electrician here today. I don't think he's in the room, but he's spending a lot of time here today helping us. We have Derek at the front desk downstairs. Please thank him as you leave. He's wonderful. And of course, all of you, and in particular, all of our analysts and employees. Aspiritech would be, hi Moshe. Aspiritech would be nothing without you, so thank you so much for everything that you do every single day. Yeah, that, clap, please. Thank you. A quick couple of housekeeping rules. The bathrooms are right around the corner. They do need a key. We have several keys, and we have people who can assist you getting in them, so you need to walk out of the suite. Make a left, there are the washrooms. Absolutely no food or drinks in the hallways or in the lobby. That's super duper important, okay? Chicago City Ordinance, very strict. We also, it's really crowded, it might get a little more crowded, we have a sensory lounge, okay, across the hallway, so just walk out of the office, walk across the hallway, make a right, that will be open for you if you want a little break from all of the noise and all of the activity. So that's it. Housekeeping. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. And I would like to please bring up Brenda Weitzberg and Moshe Weitzberg, our Executive Director and Director of Operations, who are going to say a few words. Thank you. I'm not good with technology, which is funny.
Where's Brian Tozo?
You got it. He's there.
He's right here.
Okay.
Robin. Oh, this here. Okay. I think my whole high school I really wanted to be a cheerleader, but was not cheerleader material. Need I say more? So I am going to be your cheerleader today. So welcome and hello. Isn't this incredible? I could not dream of a more perfect way to celebrate Aspiritech's 10th anniversary year. It's a dream. We have so many people to thank for helping us reach this amazing milestone. But before we do, I want to put on my education hat and share some information with you. And feel free to nod if you know these answers. Did you know that Friday, the CDC announced that the prevalence rate of autism among children is now 1 in 59 and no longer 1 in 68? That's an increase of 15%. And did you know that that prevalence rate translates into 50,000 youth on the spectrum turning 18 each year in the United States? You know that? And of those 50,000 youth, did you know that about 50% have average all the way to superior IQs? And many, many continue their education in colleges and other institutions. But did you also know that in our country that currently has a 4.8% unemployment rate, the unemployment rate of adults on the autism spectrum falls between, it's hard to get these rates. When we started out 10 years ago, people were talking 85, 90%. The last research I saw was 66%. Still humongous, huge, 66% on the low end, 90 at the high end, unacceptable, and much higher than any other group, special needs group, disability group, whatever you want to call it. Did you know that recent research, because research on adults on the spectrum has only begun this past decade at most, maybe 5 years. Recent research has shown that 35% of all young adults, they're looking at mid-20s, on the autism spectrum have 0 daytime activities. Not in college, not in work, not in vocational training. Is that acceptable? No. And even worse, and contrary probably to popular belief, those young adults with average to superior IQs are actually, through research, I can give you the who did this research afterwards, are 3 times more likely to have no daytime activities as compared to their peers on the spectrum with intellectual disability. 3 times more likely. Did you know there's a neurodiversity movement bubbling up? It's a civil rights movement that frames autism, ADHD, ADD, dyslexia, and other neurotypes as a natural human variation. And that neurodiversity is a huge hot topic in the business world. I myself went to a conference in Silicon Valley, it's held more often than like annually, called Neurodiversity in the High-Tech Workplace. Did you know that Aspiritech was the first company in North America and tied for second, third in the world to look at the strengths of neurodiversity and the strengths of autism and create a business to train and then employ folks in software testing and quality assurance, fields where the strengths of autism can be a vocational asset. And you'll hear more from Moshe soon, what kind of asset that is. Did you know that we currently have 75 neurodiverse individuals on our payroll, mostly in Highland Park, Illinois? And with the opening of this office, we will employ at least 15 more in our first year, while also reducing transportation barriers and being able, hopefully, to reach a broader socioeconomic swath of applicants. Thank you to the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Foundation for supporting this effort. And making our dream of a Chicago office a reality. We are so honored to have Ambassador Faye Hartog-Levin, a foundation trustee, here with us today. And she's had quite a weekend. It was no small task to get here. In fact, just last night, am I allowed? Oh, Robin, I'm stealing your thunder.
You're fine.
You remember, I'm gonna let, no,
Just say it.
I'm gonna let Robin tell you.
We're all so curious.
No.
What happened? What happened?
Ambassador Faye Hartog-Levin was just knighted yesterday, Thursday night. Close. So you're used to it now, right? Was just knighted by the King of the Netherlands. So that's really amazing. And even more incredible that she's here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Robin. Did you know that Aspiritech has helped other companies start up? on the West Coast, Florida, Wisconsin, Boston, to name a few, even an agricultural company in Indiana, and that we are one of 5 founding members of NeuroWorks, a new global alliance to accelerate the employment of neurodiverse individuals in STEM fields. This office is also a testament to all of you, our staff members. Can you raise your hand?
Yay.
Woo! Our board members, raise your hand. Come on. Our collaborators. We have colleagues from other organizations, self-advocates, our donors, our client companies. I want to also call out our son, Oran Weitzberg. Where are you? Oran, raise your hand. Without Oran, and then Alan Stahl, they were analysts number 1 and 2, starting in our basement 10 years ago. So give yourselves a hand. Awesome. But we're not resting on our laurels. This room is now the new Coleman Foundation Conference Center. We already live streamed an autism conference from New York 2 weeks ago. This center will increase collaboration, training, and social opportunities, and break down silos for the neurodiverse community throughout Chicagoland. And we are honored to have Michael Hennessy, the president and CEO of the Coleman Foundation, with us today too. So I look back and I'm thinking, 2015, taking flight. 2016, building our future. 2017, cultivating growth. 2018, look where we are, and we ain't stopping. Together, we are breathing, all of us, life into our vision of a world that embraces neurodiversity by valuing talents, supporting challenges, and welcoming differences. Will you join with us to support that vision? Yes? And now I'm finally going to turn the mic over to my partner in crime and Aspiritech co-founder, Moshe, who's going to share with you some tidbits about about the amazing work that our team does for our clients. And we are going. Wait, I'm going to move this. Okay. Speak into the microphone.
Before I start with this, give me this. Before I start with the boss, I just want to everybody to understand that the success of Aspiritech is primarily because of the unique talent and ability of our people.
Yes.
But that's not enough. The main reason is because we are giving people extensive support with social workers, with autism specialists, with 3 times a week of social activity, including on Sunday 5 hours of social activity that is very popular, with having a special room for consulting, for relaxing. We have flexible hours. We tolerate things that no other company can tolerate. So the reason I'm saying it is because this is very costly, and this is the reason why we are not for profit. So we can provide this level of support. So it's not only that the people are talented, there are a lot of anxieties in our facilities. Okay, so...
That's the neurotypical staff.
Right.
Let's be honest.
That's me. So we do the best to accommodate sensory issues, etc. So I can go and I can tell you how we started and this and that, but I want to focus on this company. This company is now about half of our income. So I just came from a from vacation after many years without vacation, and they asked us to visit immediately. We have 4 projects, so 2 of the projects visited both. So that's where we were beginning of this week. I mean, we just came back on Thursday. And we have a meeting with both every morning. At 7:30 in the morning, we have a meeting with both. In the meeting, we share a video. We can see them, they can see us. And we share information, etc. So we came to this room, and this is the first thing that I saw.
This was at Bose.
Do you see this? There is a clock says Aspiritech, there is another clock says Boston. They even forgot about it. They didn't do it for the visit. They had it all the time. When I saw it, I realized what we mean to them. And then they started, so what they want us to do is to work together with the developers to develop together what need to be tested on very, very, very complex and sophisticated sound system that will come to the market soon, but is not ready yet. Production hopefully will start soon, but right now it's not ready. And what they wanted to do really is for the analysts to work with the developers and for me meet the upper management. And they heard so much about us, and many didn't even know that we work with people on the spectrum. And they only recently realized that our people are autistic. And when they told it to me, they said when they heard it before the visit, they were so happy, and some of them are committed to help us. So I just want to say that the main reason for the visit was to create a system where they can help us with expanding our relationship. In fact, they want literally to triple the work that we do. And we have now more than 30 people working on the BOSS system. So we have to... And just that you know, I know maybe I'm a little too long, because what we do, we ask the people to communicate directly with the clients. And we have people here that will attest to it. We do not speak on behalf of the analyst. We insist that they communicate directly. It's not always the best, but they understand it, they appreciate it, and the fact is that now they want to extend the work. And you know, when you hear from other people what a great resource we are, the quality of the bugs that we find, the way we report it, the ideas that we provide, the automation that we do, things that they didn't even think about. For me, it's obvious, but when I hear somebody else, I realize that's actually maybe not obvious for other groups. So that's all I wanted to share, and that's it.
Thank you, Brenda and Moshe. So now we're going to bring up Harvey Ackermans, who is one of our, there we go, he's a lead analyst, and he was with us about, what, 2 years ago? A year ago, 2 years ago. Went somewhere else just to sort of, test the waters, came back to us because we asked him to, and we are so, so glad to have him. So Harvey, you just come up here and say a few words.
Thank you, Robin. Yes, it is true. Moshe called me to come back, and I was very, very happy to receive his call. So they asked me to say a few words about what Aspiritech has done for me, and they've done so many things, so I'm just going to pick one thing. So at other jobs, I always got depressed a lot, especially on Sundays, because I knew the next morning I had to get up and go to work. And if I'm watching a Bears game on Sunday, then it's even more depressing. So, you know, I would just go into the office and it's just the same old thing. It wasn't very, sometimes it was fun, but it was, you know, not fun a lot of times. So now I actually look forward to going to work every day. And even though, you know, today is Sunday, I'm excited about going to work tomorrow. And it's exciting because there's such a variety of things that I work on. And I love the people that I work with. There's so many wonderful, smart people that I work with, and we're just one big family, and it's really great. And the other day I said to a friend of mine, I said, I would rather have this job than be retired. That's how much I like going to work. So it's an incredibly special place that Brenda and Moshe have created, and it's just very special. Thank you.
Harvey, we think you're very special too. Thank you. Next, please, I'm going to ask Ron Bricks first, and then Brad Cohen from our board to come up and just give a few words. So Ron, please.
Thank you, Robin. Okay. In the musical chorus line, you hear the phrase, "Who am I anyway? Am I my resume?" Well, in Aspiritech, we have definitely answered that question, no. Resume obviously is a part of it. You know, it's called the job, right? You know, it's all the things. You know, the analysis of now increasing contact with the employee, with the customers, and you know everything that goes directly into the job. But it seems like we go beyond the job. You know, you've heard about people like Robin originally, or people who've, you know, we start off with one autism expert. Now we have like 3 or 4 different job classifications and several people that fills each one. So we've grown in that area. You know, people who are able to take care of the individuals, because as Stephen Shore once pointed out, when you know one autistic person, you have met one autistic person. We're all different. Okay, plus, you know, one of the big programs that we have here is called Stepping Up and Out. And we went to the Chicago Botanic Gardens as one of the events, toured WGN Studios. I have a guy that leads us in improv sessions on a periodic basis, and it's all kind of built to people getting to know each other and feeding the part that doesn't go on the resume, so that to make Aspiritech, to quote another phrase from Chorus Line, one singular sensation.
Thanks, Ron. I'm Brad, and I've been on the board for almost 10 years, so almost since its founding, and I work on business development. I think you have a good picture of what we do for our employees. We work for some of America's largest companies: Johnson & Johnson, Bose, Astellas, IDEX, pharmaceuticals, real estate firms, a carpet company. The way we get that business is just by getting the word out. So, shameless plug. Tell people about what we do. It's an amazing thing that's happened here. We have almost 90 people now, analysts, QA leads, managers. We've been hiring like crazy, and as you can see from this beautiful office now, we have the infrastructure here in Highland Park, where we also almost doubled in size this year, to handle all kinds of new businesses. Almost every company in the world needs the technology quality assurance that we can provide. Whether it's law firms doing data management, pharmaceuticals getting the right drugs to the right people, whether it's carpet companies delivering beige carpet when you want beige carpet. So almost everybody uses the services that we can provide. So it's really a question of telling people about it. What Moshe and Brenda have done here leaves us all in awe. So tell everybody you know about Aspiritech, and good things come.
Thank you, Ron and Brad. Find your seats, please. All right. Next, we're going to bring up Michael Hennessy, President and CEO of the Coleman Foundation. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your support over the years. We wouldn't be what we are without you, so thank you so much. That's just a personal aside. Please come up. Thank you.
What a remarkable day, you know. We're a private charitable foundation. We're local. We do the majority of our grant making in the Midwest and the bulk of that here in the metropolitan Chicago area. We do cancer, developmental disabilities, and education. And that education is about entrepreneurship. And the next question usually comes out of people's mouth, what do those three things have to do with one another? And it really, to us, is all about personal empowerment. So whether I'm fighting a battle with cancer, or fighting a business startup, or looking for my place in the community and improving my vocational skills and my vocational opportunities and make my way in the world, that end game is what we're all about. And we didn't go to a consultant and say, how do we do this, or what should we be doing? Like your lives, all of these things are very personal. Our staff's lives, our directors, our founders, every one of them has felt what you feel here every day. And that makes it very, very personal to us. And like has already been said, it's not really going to work. It's coming in every day and having the opportunity to help make a difference and to work with people like Brenda and Moshe to come up with something where the vision was just remarkable. You could feel it the first time we walked into Aspiritech. We had a bunch of our directors with us. We walked through the place. We walked out the front door and said, "Wow, you know, there is something here that's really important." So we're all about helping families and individuals develop knowledge, skills, and personal empowerment. And I have to say, Brenda, I have to disagree with you. You are a cheerleader of the best kind. I haven't seen you do a handspring into a room yet, but I figure that's coming. Moshe, thank you very much for all your heart and soul behind this. This is just an incredible activity. On behalf of the directors and the staff of the Coleman Foundation, we're so pleased to be able to partner with you and watch this grow and see the spirit and the drive that you guys have brought to this. So congratulations to everyone at Aspiritech for what you've done. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael Hennessy. We look forward to many more events in the Coleman Conference Center that we're standing in right now. This is one of many. Thank you. Next, please, I'd like to bring up for a few words Ambassador Faye Hartog-Levin from the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Foundation. This office wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much, and welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today. The Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Foundation is a Baltimore-based foundation of substantial size. And the founder, Harry Weinberg, had a vision that this foundation should make direct service grants to agencies that were providing direct services to a variety of vulnerable populations. And poverty was one of the focus, but there are others. There are, of course, seniors. There are people who are unemployed, people who are homeless, who are hungry. And so we look at a wide spectrum of needs. And the first 12 trustees, there are currently 5 trustees of the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Foundation. The first 12 were named in the charter. And about 3 years ago, they realized that they were going to have to go outside the charter to find the 5th trustee. That would be me. And I'm not sure how they found me. I know it was a little bit of word of mouth. And it was an interview process. It was a sort of a application for a job type of screening, because there were several people they were considering. And I was so very pleased to be chosen. And when I was chosen, the foundation, the board, made a commitment to doing more grant making in Chicago. And of course that made it even more meaningful for me. The reason I came down from my home in Winnetka today and gave up a day off after having just spent 2 days in Ann Arbor at a grandson's graduation is that I think this place is very, very special, not just because of its founders and all of you who support it or work here. But I had a career, I've had several careers, and one of them, the longest one, was as an attorney for school districts. I did that for over 20 years. And in that capacity, I did a lot of work in the special education area, and I worked with school districts to try to find the best way that they should provide and meet the needs of services for special education students with special needs. And when I started to look more recently at what happens to students who finish their K-12 education, I realized in some regards they're adrift. And so when we saw this application from Aspiritech that really met so many needs, to me, it's a workforce development model. It's meeting the needs of adults on the spectrum, the autism spectrum, and it's also supporting the Chicago economy. And I thought, wow, if that isn't a home run, I don't know what is. And so I was, of course, a cheerleader for this grant, and I'm delighted to see how well it has been used and how well it will continue to be used. And I wish you all the very best with continued success, and I'm impressed with what you've accomplished so far. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We are nearing the end. I promise we'll get you out of here in a second. Ribbon cutting ceremony. So,
Anne and Bonnie were going to help us.
Can I please have, yep, you're right. Can I please have Anne Brownell, who is our newest staff member here, our senior QA manager. Thank you. And can I also have Bonnie Golden, here she is, our social worker, LCSW, our social worker and counselor, to hold the ribbon right here. Can you just stretch it across the length of the room as far as it'll go? Yeah, Anne, you're perfect. Keep going, Bonnie. Don't bump into anyone. Scooch out of your way if you must. Everybody who's spoken, please. Anything else?
No, I'm just thinking how formal we are.
It's very formal. It's very formal. We even have gold scissors. Everyone who's spoken, please. Everyone who has a special seat, just come up, please. We're going to take a photo. Mm-hmm. All right, and.
Who has this? Where is? Here, I got it. Oh, okay. So, you would do the honors.
Get that half, I'll get this half.
Well, I'd like to get everybody in one picture.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Try not to look directly into the light if you're standing up here.